colleagues, my fellow lecturers, and to you, our participants and attendees, a warm summer's afternoon. Now, as you know, Regenesys is about awakening potential. We are opening up worldwide. We have offices in Kenya, Nigeria, India, and many more surprises on the way. We have a full offering of undergraduate and postgraduate degrees and diplomas, and my colleagues from the respective faculties will be addressing you. May I ask that should you have queries to post them in the chat box, and I'm sure that our student representatives will answer you in the chat boxes. And as we go through the different faculties, you will be able to speak to the person presenting on that faculty, for instance, law, postgraduate school, our public school, and answer the queries. So yet again, a warm welcome to you all. I am going to begin by inviting our Dean, Dr. Kumalo, to speak to you. Now, to give you some background, Dr. Kumalo is the Dean of Regenesys Business School and has been with our business school since 2007. He has held various senior positions in areas of knowledge management, material development, facilitation, master's research supervision, account management, and academic management. He has a master's from Rhodes University and holds a Doctor of Business Management from Regenesys Business School. Dr. Kumalo is a highly accomplished academic, lecturer, and colleague, and a tremendous leader, and he is heading up the postgrad school and doing a tremendous job. So, Dr. Kumalo, can I hand over to you, please, and let's hear about our postgraduate school.
Thank you, Dr. Anastasia. Thank you for such a welcome and greetings to our guests who are with us this afternoon. So just welcome. Thanks for joining us. Dr. Anastasia, just in a way, some mind and before we allow our students leadership just want to come and I just want to say Regenesys is committed to our students, to individuals, to organizations, and actually so many us programs talking about as such, our minds as well aimed to be but also to maintain knowledge bases among others. And of course, that was an open towards in higher education institution. Teaching sessions. So if you what is the session actually shows us aspects that are needed towards applications intelligently. So in order so this investment provides creative benefits to society and much more society. And if you notice hours graduates and those and applying tennis markets where they find themselves, and that's the future. Genesis, therefore, he adopted nationals, which we had no So just to take controls so display wherever you come across them, notice that they tend to display following attributes they link to different solutions to obtain so so right now so without saying but also the introductions they have explained several of where so we have as well as themselves graduates ground that is this message find out existence so help them make decisions but as they were right now functional like it's a choice not only account this honest so our graduates are socially intelligent they are exposed so contexts to invest faculty as opposed to as case studies themselves as tendencies throughout and actually making them aware what our graduates to display, professional history and the time have increases inspired and that's what so so without taking any more time, I want to allow leadership is focused to intelligence and offer and so
Dr. Kamalo, thank you very much for those wise words. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't only want to give you a qualification, we want to be part of your future success. We want to be part of your dream. So bring us in and join the family. I would like to welcome Ms. Alison Laxton, who is the GM of Regenesys School of Law. And to give you some background here, Alison is an admitted attorney of the High Court of South Africa and currently serves as the General Manager of Regenesys Law School and as well as Group Legal Officer. She holds an LLB cum laude from Wits University and is certified in debt counseling from the Enterprise University of Pretoria. So without further ado, Ms. Alison Laxton, welcome aboard and let me step aside.
Thank you to our Dean and to Dr. Barry for that wonderful and informative introduction. So thank you to everyone for joining us today. It's lovely to have you on board. And for those of you who are aspiring legal practitioners, myself and Advocate Kevin Malunga, who's also in the meeting with us today, will just give you an overview as to what we are offering here at the Regenesys Law School and what makes us different. So we really are trying to create lawyers that are transformative and holistically developed at Regenesys. And lawyers who really do want to change the world. I think that's quite ambitious, but that's what we stand for and that's what we hope to achieve. And you'll find that when you join Regenesys Law School, it's extremely interactive. You'll be taught by academics who are practicing professionals, who are also esteemed and hold their doctorates in law, as well as various masters in the legal field. So you are going to be getting a wonderful blended experience with professionals teaching you who understand how to interface theory with practice and give you those practical advantages that you'll need in one day when you become an admitted attorney or you want to become an advocate perhaps, or even if you'd like to go into advisory or other career paths in government. So we really do want to create this holistically developed lawyer, and what we mean by that is not to just create someone who gets 85% for everything and has a very high IQ, but the Regenesys management model really talks about, making someone who is emotionally intelligent, has a spiritual quotient and a purpose for why they get out of bed every morning, why they choose to do what they do, and also looks after their body physically. Without your health, you have no wealth. That's the saying. And those are the lawyers that we are trying to breed and create. We also are an extremely diverse team, and for those of you who keep track of what the Legal Practice Council and the Legal Practice Act aims to do, it is to, especially within South Africa, transform the legal framework and to transform the demographics of legal practice in South Africa. And we are mostly a very BEE compliant team. We are very much female and African-led, which we are proud of. We are extremely proud of our diverse team. Many of our staff come from a variety of backgrounds, and you'll find that this will give you a wonderful global outlook as well as a nice integrated local outlook as to different perspectives on the law and how things that you may not think will affect you in law actually will, and the kind of transformation that we need to really bring to the industry as a law school. Now, a little bit on a more practical level, you will be given one-on-one tutorials when needed with our excellent tutors who are often, practicing professionals themselves. They've been exposed to legal practice. You'll also be able to partake in vacation work programs. We've established a wonderful network in various provinces throughout South Africa with bar associations, bar councils, various law firms as well, so that you can actually have something to put on your CV and you'll be exposed to legal practice before you have to seek articles of clerkship, which we know is very difficult to secure in South Africa. So that is one way we are trying to go over and above for our students here at Regenesys to ensure that we really future-proof them. And another wonderful thing that we like to speak about is our online platform. So a lot of our online learning is very 21st century digital and forward-thinking. We like to think that as lawyers, we mustn't be ignorant to the fact that we're immune to the developments in AI, and we are trying to keep our students up to date with all of those technological developments as well. So at Regenesys, gone are the days of hard copy papers and scripts getting lost, and things like that happening at various universities. We are quite transformative and very digital, and you'll also be learning a lot in terms of how to upskill yourself from a technological point of view. Now, we also have visits that we do for our students to the courts. Constitutional Court is one of them for our students here in Johannesburg, and you'll get the opportunity to explore the various premises on the Constitutional Court grounds. There's a women's prison, there's a lot of history, there's a reason that court was built there, and this is something we want to instill in our students. We believe that as much as we are forward thinking, we have to still remember our roots and make sure that we honor the struggles of lawyers who came before us so that we can make sure that those injustices never occur again. And we also give you various resources, Sabinet and Tutor, for example, as well as an online library. You also have access to our campus facilities, which are not affected by load shedding. So if you'd like to use our campus facilities, come visit our librarian. You're welcome to do so. And we understand that with load shedding being a problem, we do welcome our students to the campus and encourage them to please make use of our facilities, especially our library and restaurant. Now, also, we have collaborated with our corporate education department to roll out some very exciting legal short courses. And so for our LLB students and for anyone really, there's a wonderful opportunity whilst you are studying an LLB to further upskill yourself within Regenesys. So those communications will be shared with our students, and they'll have the opportunity to really, create a niche for themselves and to specialize before you've even graduated, which is quite exciting. So that's all from my side. I'd like to welcome you aboard if you're thinking of joining us. We have a wonderful dynamic team. And I'm going to hand over to Advocate Kevin Malunga, who is our former Deputy Public Protector and very esteemed in his field, especially in the fields of governance and compliance. So Advocate Kevin, over to you if you'd like to just close off for us. And thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Laxton. I think Ms. Alison Laxton has said a mouthful, but what I just want to highlight, which is the issue that people are constantly raising when they apply for a qualification such as this one, is whether it is accredited and whether they will get jobs after they complete it. And my answer to both questions is yes and yes. So we are fully accredited with the Council on Higher Education in South Africa. It went through a very laborious process, thorough process, which is, there's a lot of things that you have to submit to ensure that a qualification is fully accredited. And I would like to invite you to go and get a copy of this particular act called the Legal Practice Act, and you will see in section 26 where it talks about registration as a lawyer in South Africa. And what you need is to do is go to a registered institution, of which Regenesys is one such institution. So we are fully registered and accredited with the Council on Higher Education and the South African Qualifications Authority. And of course, we subscribe a lot to constitutional values. Get yourself a copy of the Constitution. It's going to be a very big asset before you even start your studies. So I just want to emphasize that we have been an enormous success in the first year of our rolling out this program, especially our online program gives you flexibility. You can be in Mpumalanga, you can be in Lesotho, you can be in Namibia, you can be anywhere while you do the program. And it's going very well, highly engaged, very rigorous. We have members of parliament, mayors, senior government officials, senior private sector officials, all enrolled in this LLB. And remember, everything that you do, ladies and gentlemen, is governed by the law. When from the time you wake up to the time you sleep, from the day you are born to the day you die, the law is part of our life. So people do this program for many different reasons. Some do it to become lawyers. Some do it just to know more, and that's just fine. And I just want to welcome you because I know you will register, and we look forward to welcoming you as Regenesys LLB students. We have future plans to roll out master's programs, etc. The sky is certainly not the limit. And I think I just want to thank everyone and, of course, reiterate the Dean's comments in this regard. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Advocate. Ladies and gentlemen, attendees, please use the Q&A box if you have questions around the law school. I noticed that some questions have been posted and we are answering them right now. But now is the time to post your questions, get involved, and ask all those questions you never thought you'd want to. Advocate Malunga, Ms. Alison Laxton, running a tremendous law school. It's in its birth, and we're already doing so well. highly dynamic team. If you want to be part of a law school that is going to make a difference to the future, please join us over here. Without further ado, I would like to invite Ms. Patience Inyoni, who is the CEO of Regenesys Business School undergraduate qualifications. Now, let me tell you a bit about her. She's a chartered marketer. Ms. Patience Inyoni, after stints as a marketing manager in Malawi and in business development for a staffing firm, joined Regenesys after serving CTI Education Group as an international student advisor. Ms. Inyoni is currently a doctoral candidate at Regenesys Business School, and I've got to welcome her as one of those erudite colleagues that never runs out of energy. And our undergraduate students will continue to talk so highly of her, because when you join us as an undergraduate student, it often seems like a very foreign world. And Patience is there. She lives up to her name. She has tremendous amounts of patience, tremendous amounts of tolerance, and she speaks so well on behalf of her students. And believe me, they are her students. And she looks after you. So if you're joining us at an undergraduate level, I can't recommend anyone better to hold your hands through the degree process. Ms. Inyoni, over to you and welcome.
Thank you very much, Dr. Barry. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to our undergrad business school, which is such an exciting faculty. Why is it exciting? Because it really addresses some of the socioeconomic challenges that we are facing as a nation and globally. Just to identify one, poverty, which is actually very high here in South Africa, not even looking outside the borders. It is a nation we are struggling. So the qualifications that we have in our under our undergraduate business school faculty, they help to develop managers that are going to be able to navigate in any industry. So some of the qualifications that we have higher certificate in business management, higher certificate in business management in retail management, Bachelor of Business Administration, and Bachelor of Business Administration in retail management. So you find that all these qualifications, they help to solve, or they help the nation to solve the issue of unemployment. You'd find that these qualifications, they equip you with skills that will help you to navigate in any industry. So our undergrad qualifications will help you to have an opportunity to get a position in any industry. So you are not just confined to one industry. That gives you flexibility. You'd find that nowadays, we are no longer just having one single career path. Our career path has changed. We're actually having multiple career paths, and these qualifications, they give you that opportunity, because you can find yourself as maybe a project manager. You can actually also find yourself as a marketing manager, as a finance manager, because these are the modules that you're going to interact and engage in as you do our undergrad qualification. And also looking at our undergrad qualifications, we are actually in the business of developing, businessmen, or developing managers. Why is it very important for you to be really a manager that is well-groomed, well-rounded? You'd find that we are operating in a very competitive business arena. As such, it's looking for individuals that are well-balanced from an, emotional perspective, spiritual perspective, and also academically and professionally. So you'd find that our qualification throughout the academic journey, that's our business of developing such leaders that are balanced, that are agile, that are innovative, and will help to strategize and come up with strategies that will help their organizations to survive, because we cannot, ignore the current competition that we are having in the, in the labor market. Okay, and you also find that our qualifications, they also equip you with skills that will also help you to be an entrepreneur. Looking at the first, challenge that I commented to say in South Africa, unemployment rate is very high. So it's going to give you an opportunity to actually also have the right skills that can help you to be an entrepreneur. You can actually also create opportunities for others and help to, rebuild or redefine our economic status as a nation here in South Africa. And you find that our qualifications also, they actually give you a roadmap for that professional growth or career growth in your desired career path. For example, if you do a higher certificate in business management, you can maybe start as an assistant, you can actually start as an administrator, maybe as a marketing administrator, and you can actually grow up the corporate ladder. And you'd find that also salaries in the business or in the corporate world, they are quite attractive. But of course, it depends with also the seniority or the position that you hold. But it gives you that opportunity. Our qualifications also, they give you that opportunity for you to progress horizontally and also vertically. You don't want a qualification that you're going to be just stuck with. So you'd find that these are the qualifications that are going to, give you that balance in all areas in such a way that if you want to, do another qualification at the same NQF level 7 or any other bachelor's qualification, you actually have that opportunity. So it actually gives you access to other bachelor's qualifications that you may not be, eligible to, register for at the moment. There's also that opportunity for vertical articulation. So we don't want you to just be stuck in our bachelor's qualification or higher certificate. You can actually progress from higher certificate to bachelor's qualification. You can also articulate from our bachelor's qualifications to our postgrad qualifications, because we want you managers to be very relevant in in those boardrooms. We don't want you to be just, yes managers. We want you to be able to contribute effectively, in the workspace or in the boardrooms. Okay, and you find that someone may be interested in saying, okay, you have actually painted such a beautiful picture. Why I should enroll in any one of the undergrad business school qualifications that you have articulated, but why Regenesys? That is actually the golden question, and it's very important for you to really have a clear picture and framework when it comes to identification of the institution that you want to be aligned with. Starting with our student support. As Regenesys, we take students seriously. Believe you me when I say we take students seriously. We do. We actually breathe and eat students. Every day we are thinking about our students. We are strategizing to see how better can we actually appeal to our students. So you find that we have an integrated, student support system that is in place and well functional and working in integration with all other departments to make sure that the students are well supported and you really know your way around. You also find that the way we assess you, Regenesys looks at what is the purpose of the qualification. We don't want you to be just another graduate holding another qualification. We want you to be able to make a difference in the work environment. So you'd find that our assessments, they actually prepare for that. They are applied in such a way that what you are learning, you have an opportunity for you to be able to apply it in the workplace. For example, we have research methodology as a module, and you find that you have an opportunity to also contribute to some of the business problems that your companies or any company of your choice may be experiencing through the mini research or maybe through the research module that you're going to be doing. We also have flexible modes of learning. Why is this important? So you find that as Regenesys, we are looking at you from a holistic perspective. We understand that some of you may be working. Of course, some they are just matriculants and they just want to, and they want that environment whereby they can attend classes every day. So we have different modes of learning. The class whereby you come to college, and also the online class whereby you can actually enroll for our programs and start, learning from all over or anywhere, which is very good, and our community is growing. And then we also have intensive student engagement. So like I indicated to say, we take students seriously. We really do take students seriously. So we also have systems in place that we use to make sure that we engage with our students. We want really to be as close as possible to our students. We want to hear you, your challenges, and also mitigate some of these challenges timelessly. So you find that you also have an opportunity to engage with our mentors, with our class reps. We also introduced our Resolve My Query Day, whereby all these initiatives, they are targeted in ensuring that you really have an excellent academic journey with Regenesys. So thank you very much for tuning in. Bachelor's of Business Administration, BBA Retail, Higher Certificate in Business Management, Higher Certificate in Business Management, in Retail Management are the qualifications that we have, and these are the qualifications that will actually open opportunities for you in any industry. Do not hesitate. This is the best, decision you can ever make for yourself. Thank you very much. Over to you, Dr. Berry.
Mrs. Lori, thank you very much for a very comprehensive walk through the undergrad school. Again, to all attendees, should you have questions, please post in the Q&A box, and our student support will address the issues and speak to you about that. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Mr. Trevor Nkubi, head of our Regenesys School of Public Management undergraduate. Now, Trevor, who started his academic career in 2010, is an accomplished facilitator and assessor prior to moving from the post of Regenesys School of Public Management Program Manager to head of the school's postgraduate studies. He ran Regenesys Assessment Center and taught on both business and public school programs. Trevor is a highly accomplished man and ideal for the position. So if you're in public management, Trevor, please take it away and let us know what we can do.
Thank you so much, hi colleagues and our visitors on this platform. So my name is Trevor Ngube, and then I'll take you through our program. So as we know, importantly, why we should do the public sector programs and why we should join the Regenesys School of Public Management family. The school was started more than 20 years ago. There are many students who have passed through the Regenesys School of Public Management doors, and we have met and contributed immensely towards the change of the public sector within the different spheres of the government, locally here in South Africa and also externally. We all would understand that our public sector is facing a lot of challenges. We know that there are issues to do with leadership. There are issues to do with lack of skills. There are issues to do with poor service delivery and poor policies and poor decisions which impact negatively on our daily lives, and would want to make sure that as the Regenesys School of Public Management, we contribute immensely towards that change through the application of our different academic related platforms. We believe that we can make you become the change which you want. We believe that we can. We have contributed already, and we have also our alumni, whereby you'll find very senior government people who have studied, who have passed through the doors of Regenesys, and some who are still studying here at our campus. You can see that we have also worked towards making sure that they understand the importance of emotional and spiritual intelligence. And they have used a lot of that concept in making the different decisions which they make in their different directorates or in their different departments or units. So in our school, we will ensure that we take you through a smooth academic journey. We have got the higher certificate in public management, of which if you are 23 years and above and experienced and with a metric as well, you can enroll for that program, and the Bachelor of Public Management. If you've got NQF level 4, you can also enroll for that program. Why do these programs? Because they will help in terms of making you grasp new concepts related to public finance, which is a very huge issue. I'm sure you have heard of many reports related to unauthorized, fruitless expenditures, and qualified audit outcomes, which is the negative one. And you will also be exposed to modules like project management, which is actually a big need within the public sector. As we have seen, there are a number of projects which may be failing, and some, of course, they are quite successful, and these programs will help in terms of capacitating you with that. The importance of monitoring and evaluation, you have seen the importance of it in the public sector, and the importance of human resource management in terms of also making sure that we get the right people on different platforms who qualify to be on different posts within the public sector. So it takes you 1 year to complete the higher certificate of public management with 120 credits, and also it takes you 3 years to complete the Bachelor of Public Management, which is actually an NQF level 7 degree. So these qualifications will actually give you what we call a competitive advantage, whether you're coming from metric, whether you've never worked in the public sector. If you complete these 2 programs, you can choose which one you want to start. We are ready to assist you with that process. It will give you that competitive advantage whereby you may be easily employable again within the public sector. So again, with the Bachelor of Public Management, you'll be exposed to a number of modules which will assist also you in resolving different problems or issues, being more of a solutionist, and also they will equip you to be someone who is more reactive, more like someone who is more proactive rather than being reactive when issues that impact the public sector negatively actually if they affect your department. And importantly, there are new policies which you will have to develop. You'll be exposed to modules like that. As I've said earlier, public finance is also one of the most important ones. So how these classes are conducted, we've got very experienced facilitators with vast experience in the public sector. We have been the captains of the industry, and they will be supporting you throughout your academic journey. You have got access to have one-to-one sessions. If you feel like you are behind or you are actually struggling, we'll facilitate that. And if you are far away from our Sentin campus, do not worry. If you are out of South Africa, do not worry. We've got all systems in place. You'll be able to attend your classes online with all the support which you need as a student. It will be provided online, even when writing examinations, submitting of assignments, all will be done online. We know that there are challenges now. It's quite costly to travel, to book, to come to class. Accommodation is expensive, and that's why we have our online classes. Contact sessions, they are also available for those who feel like they have to be away from the office. They can attend classes online for both programs, higher certificate in public management, and also those who want to do the Bachelor of Public Management, you may also choose. We have got a very active student support team. If you register with us, you'll be assigned to one of our student relationship administrators who will be assisting you with all the administrative related issues throughout your academic journey until you graduate. As I've said earlier, assessments, we've got our student portal where you'll have access to our online libraries. You don't have to come physically if you don't feel like, but we have, of course, a physical library at our campus. There's an online library. Assessments are done whilst you are at home where you are. You've got access to the student portal, and then you can submit your assessments on the student portal, and even examinations. You can still write examinations online. You are welcome to join the family. If you've got any questions, you may also post them on the chat section, and we are happy that you have joined this platform. Please continue to chat with us, and we encourage you so much to also join the Regenesys School of Public Management family, and thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Trevor, thank you so much. A great talk over there. And ladies and gentlemen, public management is core to our economy and core to the well-being of our country. So if you're in public management, come and join us, come and chat to us, join Trevor's team. I'll guarantee a tremendous journey. Right, so seeing we're talking public management and finance and money, and we know cash is king, I'd like to hand over to Mr. Ronald Burtis, who's head of our School of Finance. Now, Ronald holds professional certifications as a financial officer, a forensics practitioner, and in business resilience management, as well as membership of the ICFP, Cyber, the Institute of Internal Audit, and the Institute of Risk Management. So he has a great deal to say to us. Mr. Ronald Burtis, welcome aboard, and please take it away.
Thank you so much, Dr. Barry. Yes, I'm very excited, folks, that to sort of tell you a little bit about the BComt. Our BComt, of course, is it's a bachelor's degree, but it's a little bit different in the sense that this is a degree that specifically focuses on professional accountants. So if you want to become a professional accountant, this is the qualification you need to do, and you need to do it at Regenesys. Now, what it means to be a professional accountant means that after you finished your studies and you've got 3 to 4 years experience, you will be in a position to actually go out there and perform audits, do accounting, financial statements for various organizations, and you have the luxury or the opportunity to pursue a career as a chief financial officer or as an accounting practitioner out there running your own business and contributing to the economy at large. So we have a very good and experienced team of accounting professionals with the correct experience that can help you and assist you on this journey to equip you, to get you ready to go out there and be a professional accountant. Also, that we need to mention very importantly that our degree is, our BComt is aligned internationally. So what does that mean? It means that we adopted the international accounting and auditing frameworks, and you'd be able to be an accountant any international accounting standards and auditing standards. Over and above that, being a local qualified type individual, you'll also be eligible to become a member of CIBA, the Chartered Institute of Business Accountants, and once you've completed your degree at Regenesys, you will get 1 year free membership from CIBA, which is quite significant, and it also puts you in that position where you immediately have the opportunity to network and with other accounting professionals and in the professional accounting environment. Very, very exciting. The big thing about the BComt, we have our first final year students at the School of Finance finishing off this year, and they are very excited. We are very excited, and we also want you to join us as part of our BComt family, and also become a professional accountant. One thing that is very important to us is that our accountants, our professional accountants, will definitely be, we are the best amongst equals, in the sense that we give you that holistic training. We are focusing on the new, the emerging, the stuff that's really important out there right now, to equip you to be just that little bit more advanced than accountants from other environments. So, as I said, we've got a very good professional team of facilitators, lecturers. We are also very much aligned with our School of Law, so our law modules will be done by experienced legal practitioners. So you have the best of all worlds at Regenesys. So from our side, student support is very important to us. We are there to assist you, to travel with you on this journey. We want you to do well. We are there not to eliminate students, but to make sure that all our students graduate with the best results, and also that once you're out there in the working environment, that you'll be recognized for being just that little bit more advanced than others in the accounting environment. Dr. Barry, from our side, thank you very much. We could spend the whole day talking about accounting and the professional accounting environment, but guys, we'd be excited to have you board. Thank you so much.
Mr. Bridges, thank you very much. Always a pleasure having you talk about finance. Makes the wheels go round, pays our budgets, and gets things going. So welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Mr. Blessing. Now, forgive me if I get this incorrectly. Zvicom Borrero, School of Finance, Academic Head for Banking Qualifications. Prior to joining academia, Blessing spent more than 17 years in banking and auditing, working for Zimbabwe Banking Corporation, Commercial Bank of Zimbabwe, Invicta Holdings, and ABSA. He's a certified member of the Institute of Chartered Governance South Africa, the Banking Institute of South Africa and Zimbabwe, and a member of the Institute of Risk Management South Africa. Sir, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Berry, for that introduction. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this webinar. I welcome you that interest that you have shown to join Regenesys. And one of the schools that you can join at Regenesys, which is part of the School of Finance, which is headed by Mr. Botas, is the banking school. Now, you're asking yourself, why should I join the banking school? So this is the reason why you should join the banking school. If you guys heard of the SVB bank collapse in America recently, you are around the braai. People are talking about it, about this banking collapse, and you really can't join the conversation. Or maybe you've heard your parents talking about interest rates going up. You've heard people talking about the repo rate, and you really don't know how to join that conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, join the banking school. We offer you the higher certificate in banking. We also offer you the undergraduate degree in banking. And in these courses, how we have designed them is to ensure that in the real world, you are competent. In the real world, you go out there to change the world. You have heard after speaker talk about the different types of intelligences. Spiritual intelligence, in a nutshell, is to say these scandals that we hear bankers committing. Thankfully, in the South African environment, we have got a very strong regulatory environment, but we want to send you out to make a difference. What is that difference? To ensure that all these scandals, they do not occur, to ensure that these things about people that are unbanked and all the challenges that the country is facing, you go out there and fix them. So these are the various intelligences that we are going to engender into you as you take your walk through the school of banking. So this is the reason why you should join the School of Banking. Besides the academic courses that we offer, we are also in the process of partnering a number of professional bodies. What does it mean for you as a student? As a student, it means as you walk out of our doors, once those talks have been finalized, as you walk out of our doors, you literally will have two qualifications in one. What do I mean? You'll be able to be recognized by institute, like we are in talks with the Institute of Bankers South Africa. So they will then accredit our banking degrees, so that you are also accredited as an IOBSA member. So you'll have 2-in-1 qualifications just by walking through our doors. So I really invite you to say, overall, what everyone has said about Regenesys Business School is true, and it is also true about the banking school, and you are going to experience these things that everyone has been talking about. What else, or why should you also join the banking school? Just like how some of my colleagues have already said, issue of diversity. You are going to encounter this issue of diversity in the world, that we really need to be managing diversity. What does that say about Regenesys? As you heard in the introductory remarks, that Regenesys is represented in a number of different geographical areas that will give you a diverse understanding of the kind of case studies that will expose you guys to, the kind of experiences that you will have, the kind of lecturers that you will encounter in your studies. So that is going to enrich you, that when you go out into the world, you will be very competitive. What else what is the other reason why you should join the banking qualification? The issue of technology, the issue of change. One of the most consistent things that is happening in this world is change. Everywhere you see change. If you go to the banks, soon after COVID, one of the challenges that we have been having in our banking industry is the issue of retrenchments, where banks are downsizing. But if you've got a qualification, if you work to get a qualification, really secure your job if you're already working in a bank. But if you also want to join a bank, you also hold yourself in good stead to be hired by one of these banks, because of the richness of the material that we offer to you, because we are not just looking at the theoretical, we are developing holistic bankers. We are developing people that are out there to make an impact in the world. So the issue of technology, from the way you write your exams, you submit your assignments, already you are interacting with technology. This allows you to make a difference when you go into the world after having your qualification with Regenesys. So those are some of the issues that I would highlight, which have not been covered by my colleagues, why you should be joining our banking qualifications. And we have got quite an experienced team that will be handling you in terms of your studies, in terms of your lectures, in terms of you had the student support, one of the strongest student support services in the world, in the all of the academic world, if I may say, in all of South Africa. So you'll be in very good hands. The other thing is our qualifications are accredited with the Council of Higher Education. So it means anywhere you go, you know that you have got a qualification. You know that you can ask your employer to say, check my qualification, and they can check them independently outside of Regenesys to ensure that what you have done or what you have been doing 3 years or the 1 year that you took to do the higher certificate, those things, those degrees are actually accredited. So that also holds you in good stead to say, whether you are migrating or whether you are thinking of staying here in South Africa, you can, or your employer can independently verify your courses outside of Regenesys, because we are accredited and we are offering high quality courses. So, ladies and gentlemen, without taking too much of your time, these are the reasons why you should be joining us in the School of Finance, in particular in the banking degree. Thank you so much, Dr. Berry, for the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. Looking forward to seeing you in class. Thank you.
Blessings, thank you very much. Always a pleasure listening to you. Ladies and gentlemen, two things that have been brought to my attention. Firstly, we have a number of questions coming live now in the Q&A box. Please go there, post your questions, very relevant questions, and we're endeavoring to answer them right now. I would like to open the floor right now to my colleagues to ask them on behalf of the Dean if any of you have got further points you would like to add while we address the Q&A sessions. So ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you from my perspective, it's been a pleasure being with Regenesys for the last while. It's definitely a comprehensive offering that we do as a business school. The other very important fact when you get to study with us, irrespective of where you are in your career, is you get international perspective. You get different mindsets, different takes, different views on values, on ethics, what makes good business sense, what doesn't make good business sense. Across all schools, we have highly competent people. Mr. Ronald Burgess has got his hand up. Sir, please come online.
Dr. Barry, sorry.
You are on mute, Mr. Burgess.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
yeah. So, just adding to what you've been saying, is that, of course, on our courses, and in particular the BComp as well, we've got international lecturers. We've got staff from as far as India, and people with extensive international experience that lectures on our courses. So not only do we sell ourselves as global, we are truly a global organization. So I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also tell you that we mentioned that we have campuses in India, and we have got really of the highly qualified people in IT, AI, machine thinking, the whole challenge of the new industrial revolution sitting over there. And I've got to encourage you to attend our knowledge sessions, to attend the lectures given by these colleagues. It's mind-blowing. I thought I knew everything about AI until my Indian colleagues started presenting, and I was blown away. And that's wonderful, because we take all of this wisdom and all of this training and we hand it over gladly to students who want to move forward. So tremendous. Any other colleagues? I'm looking at the chat box. So we do have, the Q&A box. We do have more questions coming in over here, and they will be answered in due course. Please feel free to come to the Q&A box and post questions that you have. If we don't answer them now or later on tonight, you believe that you have questions that you should have posted, please contact Regenesys Business School and let's open doors for you and let's create a cohesive, brighter future for you. Further to that, my invite goes to colleagues. If anybody else would like to add in anything, please feel to speak now. I will give you a minute or so, and then I will hand over back to our Dean, Dr. Kamala, to wrap the session up. So let's give it, say, 2 or 3 minutes, and let me go to the Q&A box and see how that's going. Right, Dr. Kamala, can I hand over to you now, please?
Thank you so much, Dr. Van der Westhuizen. Thank you, Barry. I like the way you've hosted us this afternoon. Really, truly appreciate it. And thanks to the colleagues who have come out to be part of this session, people who were presenting, and also colleagues in the back end who were supporting in that regard. Student recruitment, and everyone else who has been supporting responding to questions. We really, truly appreciate. And of course, to our guests who came in here to inquire, who have displayed interest in finding out more about our different qualifications. I really, truly appreciate your presence here and you engaging with us. It's a lot. Please continue to engage. I see you sharing your contact details. That's highly appreciated. My colleagues in the student recruitment will contact you and will be in touch with you. Please don't hold back in terms of asking your questions. Where they need to involve academic teams, they will do so to help you understand exactly what the program you're inquiring about has to offer. So I really want to thank you all for your time this afternoon. Regenesys exists to make the world a better place. So we do that through offering quality integrated education. And by integrated education, I mean it's not only that education which focuses on the cognitive abilities, but the education that looks at other intelligences, your physical intelligence, your emotional intelligence, as well as your spiritual intelligence. It all goes a long way. It all counts. That's what we're about. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for spending this afternoon with us. I'm looking forward to welcoming you to the programs that you may choose. Thank you so much, Dr. Van der Westhuizen. Thank you.
Dr. Kamala, thank you very much. Questions have come up in the box and you will be answered on that. From our perspective, I would like to close the session now and welcome you to stay in contact with us. And we do have further open days coming up. So if we haven't answered your questions now, please come to the next one and post the questions. We'll only be too happy to assist you. Thank you, and I wish you well. All the best. Bye-bye.